Hello everyone, this is Anne from Odulcina Scrap. Today I have a threefold project to show you. But first, because I've used some of the digital of my new kit, I'm going to show you the new digital kit. And I called it Shabby Chic Love. So it's all shabby chic items like pianos in the Polaroid photo style, booties. Is it that in English? Anyway, fancy, elegant with pink roses, umbrellas, so all in the white and some with or without flowers, well, roses, some ice skating, really vintagey style, you can see there, violins. You can see in the vintage style, really rustic and old. Victorian dresses. Look at that, all in pink, really rustic and vintage. And then you have all the same, but smaller, like if you compare. So I love to offer two sizes. I didn't offer bigger than that because then, I don't know, that was kind of too big. So this is the trifold that I did. And how I did that is that I used Crafty Me Shop laces. And this one is an applique. Let me show you. It looks just like this. And what I've done to create a closure is that I glued it like this here to start with, and I turned around and brought it back like that, and then I trimmed it at the end of this flower, and I've added like a little button so I can do the closure. And I have multiple options here because there's multiple holes. So if this becomes too bulky, I just switch to another hole to do the closure with the button. And I didn't glue this part because I decorated it with one of the pictures. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you how I did the base, like the structure of this threefold, not the decoration, because obviously it's like decorating a page and you just need the idea, but how I did the structure. So if we open it like that, look at this gorgeousness. So here I have kind of a pocket, and I've put a little bit of flowers, fussy cut flowers, and little girls. It all matches what I have there. So it's kind of a pocket there, hidden pocket. And then here, this is a belly band, and I've put that tucked in, but this is really like a belly band. So how I did that is that I layered some of my pink stripes fabric. This is the Odulcina fabric. This is a lace from Crafty Me Shop, and I stitched 2 times around the picture to hold everything together, and then I just did 1 stitch here at the bottom, and I glued everything just bottom and higher to create the belly band. So this way nothing can really fall because it is glued here, compared to doing a belly band on the other side. And because it's really flexible, we can really always go in and tuck something inside that. Oh, let me come back to that. And on this side, I just created a little pocket here, but it doesn't hold that well. It's a little kind of scrappy pad. Isn't it gorgeous? Just a little scrappy pad. And just to make sure that it holds, I glue the flower there, just half of it, so I can use it as a little tuck spot to, oops, to hold the scrappy pad so it doesn't fall when I close like that. See? And so what's inside? These are a digital kit that I have to write letters. So you have those two envelopes, which are similar but a little bit different. And this is at the back, like that. So one is more in the beige and one is more in the blue greenish. And inside you have matching papers that you can write a letter. So how it works is that you print the letter borderless, or if you have borders, you just trim it. And then you cut in half your paper and you have two letters that fits in your envelope. And you can actually mail that in the real mail. And then this one, it's a little bit different. So again, I cut the paper. That was the paper. And I've cut into two. And now I have two with lines for writing the letter, actually. But you can use that too in your junk journals. I mean, and see, there's a difference in the size. It is just because this one was printed with borders and this one was printed borderless. So you know, you can always change a little bit the size with that option, the borderless or without borderless. But initially in the digital file, they are the same size. So I've put that. So it is meant to be a little write a letter bundle, kind of, with the trifold. And then at the back of it, I didn't glue this part, so it's kind of a tuck spot, and I've just put, this was already in my stash. I did that in a previous video, so just to show you that you can slide something there if you don't glue down the whole belly band, I would say. So I just glued the sides and the sides on that side as well. So this is a really fun, fast and easy project. And now I'm going to show you how I did the structure so you can have an idea. I'm going to do a trifold with a paper that has design on it. And in the inside, just to make sure it doesn't stay white, because I didn't print on both sides, I'm going to use a tracing paper, and that will make the noise, and I can crunch it a little bit. It's going to make more noise. Then I flatten it and it will look more old, kind of. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go to my sewing machine and stitch all around, leaving the corners round, and then I'm going to tear on the sides and fold it and then work from that. This is what it looks like. So I moved around by moving a little bit the paper like that while it's sewing, so you have no straight lines, and I did 2 times around it, and it looks like that for the inside. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear the paper, and I prefer to tear that side because look at that here. You don't see the white of the pulp of the paper, but if you tear like that, you see you have the white. You see the white compared to here, you have 0 white. So I prefer tearing. I'm right-handed, so I tear this way. But then if you're left-handed, or if I would do it this way, instead of pulling towards me, I would pull down, and that would do about the same. Just know that there's a side for when you're tearing that will make the white pulp and another one that won't. So as soon as you discover that, you find your way to your preferred way. You might prefer having the white of the pulp of the paper, but I prefer not. So this is why I always tear this way, preferably, because I'm better this way than doing pulling down towards the table like this. That is the same effect, but not the same way that I work. So I prefer this way. And as you could see, I left enough paper that I can tear, not being on the stitching. But even if you tear and you are really close to the stitching, it's not a big deal. It doesn't impact the project. Here we go. So we have the base of a trifold, and how it's gonna work is I'm gonna fold it a way that it's large enough, as I wish actually, because you don't want it to be too thin, as long as it overlaps in the middle. So I can put the flowers on front. I think that would look nice. I'm gonna go like this, and I'm just eyeballing even to see if it looks straight. Here you go. So I can change my mind and put it that way when I'm gonna try to decorate it, but the inside would look like that. So here I have place for pocket here, or I could even glue like a whole scrappy pad, depending on what I want to do.